Chapter 5 centers on ways to better understand your audience. The goal is to use information about your audience to adapt your message to be more effective. Audiences are diverse. They are made up of people. People come from a variety of demographics, including race, gender, sexual orientation, political affiliation, religious viewpoint, education, socioeconomic status, etc. If you think the audience is just like you, you're probably wrong. The reality is, different groups of people are unified in their beliefs on all sorts of topics. While demographic information is important, which demographics are important for a particular topic or audience vary widely. The goal is to determine which aspects of your audience are relevant to your speech. When you review Chapter 5, you will better understand different categories of audience analysis. These categories will help you to determine differences between your audience's goals and yours. These barriers to your success will vary significantly. If you want to be effective as a speaker, you need to recognize the relevant obstacles and the ways to design your speech to maximize your chances of success. The goals of this module are to help you understand audiences, recognize those barriers, and help you to think strategically about how to overcome those barriers. It is important to target your message. This is not about saying whatever you want. It is also not about saying what you think your audience wants to hear. It is, however, about saying what you need to say in a way that is adapted to meet the audience's needs and expectations. Your first step is to establish your goal. If you do not know what you are trying to accomplish, you have no hope for success. This needs to be the starting point because your audience analysis is specific to accomplishing your goal. Depending on what you want to achieve, the exact same group of people might have to be thought of in a completely different context. The second step involves determining who your audience will be. The text explains different approaches to audience analysis. You will want to consider how you might learn about your audience before, during, and after presentations. The chapter lists multiple demographic factors. The real questions are which factors are relevant to your goal, in what ways are the audiences similar with respect to your goal, and in what ways are they different, and what types of messages and support will be most effective with them. These are the reasons you do an audience analysis. Remember, if they already agreed with you, there would be no reason to give the speech. View the differences as a brick wall between your goal and their current views. Your choices are to give up or to find a way past the wall. Again, I want to emphasize that the speech is designed for the audience, not for you. Don't give up your goal. Don't change your position. Find ways to make your position acceptable to them. That's essential to any effective presentation. You can build a speech plan in which you identify your goals, your audience's likely position, the barriers that arise from that, and the strategies needed to succeed. No sports team goes into a competition without a game plan. The speech plan is your game plan for how to successfully interact with your audience. Sometimes you need to reframe your position. If you can get the audience to focus on an idea or to see a concept from a different perspective, that might be enough to convince them. Frequently, it will be enough to help move the audience at least closer to your goal. Sometimes you will need to become strategic. There are all types of strategies based on language choice, organization, argument type, appeals to emotions, logic, credibility, and so forth. Those strategies can help sway the audience. Again, it is not about designing a speech that is persuasive to you, but rather about designing a speech that is persuasive to your audience. Just as sports teams need to practice to master their game plans, you need plenty of practice analyzing, adapting, and engaging audiences to enhance your presentations. As in all things, the more you practice, the better you will become. The key isn't what you accomplish in this classroom, but how this classroom prepares you to achieve great things for the rest of your life. As a reminder, you need to carefully analyze your audience and identify key barriers to your success. There are many ways to get around the barriers. There is not a single perfect solution, but multiple ways that will sometimes challenge your creativity. That flexibility will become your friend as you hone your skill. You will succeed. This module is designed to provide you with an understanding of the elements necessary for the success with respect to your audience. Carefully review the materials and continue to reflect on ways you can use the information to polish your skills.